Yeah, just let me know when you guys are ready. Oh, sorry about that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, it's movie night, it's Thursday night, and there's a new Blumhouse horror film in theaters right now, a remake, The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man follows a woman who believes she is being haunted by her abusive partner, despite him apparently having died, which leads her on a downward spiral into madness. So is The Invisible Man going to finally turn 2020 horror films and just cinema in general around? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of The Invisible Man, if you saw this movie tonight, or if you're very much looking forward to this film this weekend. Now let's get into some of the good. So getting right into The Invisible Man, I was a little curious, I was a little skeptical of how this film would play off, but what Leigh Whannell, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, what he did directing, screenplay, how this whole story unfolded, felt very much grounded. This was a very grounded film. Obviously, you're dealing with an invisible man, but it felt like it was in reality, like this could happen. I'm not going to get into specifics, but this plot, everything involving the Invisible Man and everything surrounding it felt like it was very realistic. And getting over to the other point of view, the horror aspects that also tie into this realistic point of view is abuse. There's an abusive boyfriend who's doing these horrible things, and it feels like that is again set in reality, and the almost invisible haunting that follows someone that gets out of a situation like that almost trauma, that always looking over your shoulder aspect is very much present in this film, because it sets the horror in this real life manner, and then it morphs into this almost psychological horror film, because Elisabeth Moss's character is constantly worrying, constantly wondering if someone is following her, and then the movie almost morphs again into, I wouldn't say your standard horror film, but a different kind of horror. So it's very much this journey of a film that I was very much on board for. And I think the reason it worked so well is the core person at the center of this film, Elisabeth Moss. Obviously, she is the main character. She's having this essentially invisible man follow her around, and I thought she did a phenomenal job actually in this film, because you can see how she is this terrified person, can't go outside after she gets out of this abusive relationship, but then the slow almost fall into madness that this character is dealing with, and you can see it on her face, you can see it in her almost speech patterns, her actions throughout the film. Like, she again was a phenomenal person for this role, I guess, because you want someone that's just looking like she's going crazy, you pick Elisabeth Moss. And getting into the last of the positives is the score and the lack of score. The score in this film, it's very much, I would say, toned back. It's not throughout the whole film, but when it is used, it is phenomenal, and it's almost these loud or orchestral, is that a word, orchestral score throughout the film. So it was very haunting when that did kick in for those scenes of uneasiness and looking over into the corner and someone could be there. But also the lack of score in this film. I love what Leigh Whannell did, and also crew and whoever else was involved with the lack of score. Having Elisabeth Moss, having any of the other characters just sit there dealing with the sounds around them, looking outside, the wind, the rustling of leaves, or sitting in a home with air, like the AC kicking on, or creaks of an old house. I love how he played out these very long scenes of almost, it's just the character dealing with themselves, almost being at home alone, like almost being frightened and like this, and not knowing what's going on. Like, honestly, throughout this whole movie, I thought everything worked so well. Throughout The Invisible Man, I was sitting there with a big dumb smile like this on my face. Like, you can see how much fun I was having throughout this film. If I had to knock it, I mean, I would say that maybe this film doesn't, you know, spoilers, it doesn't have any invisible penis in this movie. 2000's Hollow Man, that had some dong in it. You know, I'm sorry, but I gotta knock this Invisible Man for that missing aspect to the film. Overall, The Invisible Man is a phenomenal horror film that really spins or mixes up all of these different kind of horror aspects into this wonderful film. With it feeling grounded, again, this morphing of what's terrifying in the film, Elisabeth Moss, and the score and lack of score, but I'm sorry, I gotta knock it for that penis. I would highly, like, look, I'm so excited right now, I would highly recommend checking out The Invisible Man this weekend. I mean, if you're looking for a horror film, if you're looking for any sort of redeeming movie for 2020, I mean, this movie has got it all. It's got horror, it's got suspense, it's got Elisabeth Moss. It unfortunately doesn't have any penis, but man, this is a phenomenal movie you should check out this weekend. In closing, I'm going to give The Invisible Man 4.5 out of 5 Clay Aikens if I was invisible. So what did you guys think of The Invisible Man? If you've seen this film or you are very excited to check out this film now, let me know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there, you know, brand new stuff every single week. I'm going to have an ending explained poorly for the Invisible Man tomorrow, so check that out. Follow all of my social media down there. Like and subscribe to JBuck Studios, you know, brand new stuff all the time. And until next time, we'll see you later. You guys ready to film? What?